Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video I got this 2012 Ford Fusion behind me. So the issue with this Ford Fusion, it was in a front-end collision, and afterwards the customer went ahead and changed out the parts. When he went ahead and turned on the vehicle after all the repairs, he noticed that the steering wheel wasn't working. So on today's video, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and try to fix up this vehicle and give it back to the customer. So right here we have the key on position, and we're trying to move the steering wheel, and it is hard as can be. You really have to put some force into it. Most likely you can move it with one finger, not on this one. We'll try it with the key on the start position just so you can see that, and same thing, it just won't move. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this key on the run position right here. Alright, so like customer stated on this one, this was wrecked and he replaced some of the parts, but he did notice that there's some wires hanging down the front. I do want to look at those. I want to see if it has anything to do with this. Customer did say that he believed that this vehicle has electric power steering, and he was right. If we look at our wiring diagram right here, this is our power steering module right there on the left hand side. So we have to verify that all those are working. But while we're inside the vehicle right now, how about we go ahead and use our scan tool. So what we're going to look for, go to power steering control module. The module is not responding, so we're not getting any communication from this. So what we need to verify is, do we have a bad module, or is it just a wiring issue? I really want to look at the wiring issue that the customer was talking about. He did say that when he did replace the front bumper and the fenders, he noticed some wires were hanging down. So let's go to the front of the vehicle and see what we find. Alright, we're in front of the vehicle where it got hit. So this is a front bumper, that's the fender that they replaced. Let's see if we can see some other stuff. There's some nice little damage. But let me show you the actual wires that he was talking about. So if you go underneath the vehicle, this is the wire that he was talking about, and it goes all the way over here. And essentially what he did, he just wrapped it up. But when I was doing a visual inspection, check this out. I was trying to see where this wire goes to, and if you follow this wire, it goes up here. Let's see if we can still follow it. Check that out. That is our steering box right there. And let's see if we can see where the wires are at. There's our white and red, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a black wire for the ground, and then we have our communications right there. So I was checking out a little bit more right here, so let's just run back. And this wire goes from right here and back up, and look what we found. I don't know if this is going to be this easy of a video, but this is going to be our power side. So what we can do, we can just verify that this didn't ground out and the fuse didn't bust. So let me get my I'm going to get a scope on the rope, and we're just going to hook it up. So our test light, we're going to hook it up to battery negative, and this is our positive. But we're going to put our key to the on position. We're going to verify that we have power. That means our fuse did not blow. Alright, so I have my test light right here, and basically this other end right here is connected to our battery negative, so I have it routed up to the top. And all I'm going to do, we're just going to verify that this fuse is not blown and that we have power right here. And check that out, we do have power. So this never touched anything. Essentially when it got hit, the actual plastic just got ripped off. But this is not our issue right here. So what I want to do next is I'm going to get my test light, and we're going to go to the connector side, and we're going to verify that we have powers and grounds right there, and that we have our communications. But hey, I'm already right here. We have our communication wires right here, so we can test them out as well. So how about we get our scope and we verify that we have our communications, and then we start moving down the leg of the line. So let me get our scope and let's check that out. Alright, so let's look at our wiring diagram. I got my scope right there, and what we're going to be looking at is we're going to get this white and blue and white wire, and all I want to look for is communication. Let's hook our ground up to a ground supply. We're just going to pick this right here, and we're going to go ahead. There you go. So we got one communication line. We have our highs and lows, so we have communication coming out to here. So we have good power, good communication. Is it our ground issue? Now we're gonna go to the actual power steering module right here, and we're gonna verify. We're gonna make sure that we are getting our powers and grounds and communications going straight to there. If everything is good, we're just gonna need a brand new module. So let's go to the module and let's see what we find out. Good. Right in there, pretty sure you can't see it, I just kind of back probed and spliced into the power and grounds. So what we're going to use our test light, and on one end I have our ground, so we're going to touch that, and then our other end is our positive. We have the ground there. Now we got our power, and I don't know if you can see that, but we have good power right there. So we have our powers and grounds that are working. Now we just got to verify that we have our communications. Once we verify all of that, we're going to put a brand new module. Alright, so right now I have the communication wires tied in. So we're going to have our scope ready. And here's our leads. So let's check that out. So we got to hook up our ground first, make sure that we have a good proper ground. And then afterwards, gotta be careful that we do not knock anything down. All right, that does not look good right there. We don't have no communication. And just let me show you that we are tied in. So, and we are tied in. So remember, our first check, we did have communication, powers and grounds, and over here we have good powers and grounds but no communication. Where are we missing? So we're going to go ahead to the front again, and we're going to verify, and we're going to see if we have our problem there. Remember, when we were first looking at this vehicle, I kind of didn't like that. I didn't like seeing that little tape right here. It just didn't look right. So what we can do, this is our power cable. We know that that's okay. This is our communications. We have 2 white and 1 green. So what we can do, verify that there's no crusties in here. All right, nothing there. Now let's check over. Okay, I don't know if you can catch that. Okay, what's the chances when they put this tape on here, they pulled the actual wires back? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off that tape, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick reading because our Veris is about to die. So we're going to do a reading on one of the white wires here and then one of the white wires over there, and we're going to see what we get. Alright, we have communication on that side. Do we have communication on this side? And we have hash. Basically nothing. If we let go. Alright, so how about this? Let me try to see if we can push these pins back in, see what's going on there, and then we'll go from here. Hopefully this can fix it up. Alright, so I already fixed this up. If we look at our connector, let's see if you can catch that. Look at so you can see the connectors now. Check that out. Now they are there. Let's see if we can hook this up to our communication lines, and let's verify that we have a fix. I don't know how much time I have on that battery, but we have that red light on there. So here it goes. Alright, so there you go. Now we have a communication line. Check that out. We got communication going up and down. And I did hear something coming up from the top. And there you go. This is going to be the total fix right here. So it was just this connection right here. And I'm pretty sure whenever they put this together, it kind of messed it up. Let's go inside the vehicle and let's verify that our actual steering wheel is going to be easy to move. Alright, so here's the moment we've been waiting for. I'm going to go ahead and turn this vehicle on. So vehicle's not on, still kind of hard right here, so let's turn this on. Alright, here it goes. So let's put one finger here and look at that. One finger moves us like a charm. So now what I want to do, let's get our scan tool and let's verify that our power steering is actually working. See if it starts communicating. There you go. Now it's communicating. Beforehand it wasn't communicating. Let's see if we can get some DTCs. Alright, cool. So the ABS is just not communicating there, but check that out. Look at the steering, even with my pinky. There you go. So if you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get all brand new videos coming out from Miles Mechanics. Y'all have a nice day, man. Y'all take care. Goodbye.